Hi.
Welcome to Algo Chill or No. This is episode 2. My name is Maria Alvarez, Monica Liendo, and we have an amazing guest today, Liam.
Hello.
His Instagram is at the producer. Will put it down here because I don't know it. Thank you for viewing the first episode. I know we dropped it a little late, and it was a little weird because we were super drunk. But anyways, this is the second episode, so we get a second try. Let's start with the random ass news that Monica has.
Yes. In North Carolina, so this huge dramatic police scene happened. So there is a police car following
A police car?
a police car.
Okay.
Yes. Following two cars. There were 5 people. It didn't really show exactly what they robbed. Let's just pretend they went to rob a bank. And then while the police were trying to catch them, a random car just appears out of nowhere and goes catch these people. And he pretended to be. It's not that he pretended to be, but he acted as an actual police because the actual police did shit for it. And at the end, of course, the police were very, grateful and thankful for this guy, whatever. And then, a week after, they come and sue the guy because he pretended to be a police. When I read it, I'm like, he just helped you. And it was supposed to be, a big thing.
Wait, so how did this guy intervene? I mean, how did he step in? You
Yeah.
say, he chased in with a third car? Did he, T-bone them off the road, essentially?
And how did he pretend to be a police officer if he didn't have sirens?
How did he know they were coming? I'm starting to think he was...
Yeah.
I'm starting to think
part of the crime.
He was in on it.
Yeah.
This was all just a setup for glory.
But it's not that he pretended to be a cop. He never said, I'm a cop, get out the car.
He just helped them.
No, he just helped them, exactly.
Oh, but you said that he impersonated.
No, that's what the
sued because he
Allegedly.
impersonated.
Allegedly.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, I don't know if just doing something the cop should be doing is impersonating it. For example, I go buy a box of donuts. Cops are known to get donuts. Am I now impersonating a
It's
cop?
like The Sincero.
This seems just a genuine worry.
Yeah.
After this, yes. I found it very, very unfair.
No, but I know someone that they were drunk at a bar or something, and the person got super hurt. I don't know, he fell off the table. It was they were getting really rowdy, right? And then the person fell, and they really hurt themselves. So the guy that was with him, their friend, took them to the hospital, and he was also drunk. So they got to the hospital, and they were like, "Oh, how do you guys get here?" Blah blah blah. And he was like, "Oh no, I brought them here." And they were like, "What do you mean? You drove?" And then they were like, "Oh," and he was like, "Yeah, because I didn't know what to do." And they were like, "You could have just called an ambulance." And then he was like, "Yeah, but there was no time. There was blood, blah blah blah." So then he got a DUI for saving somebody, for saving his friend. He got a DUI after freaking driving them to the hospital.
There's got to be laws put in place, around that stuff.
Yeah.
Because I know that they have that for, drug overdoses, of course. If you call someone in, someone's having an OD, you're not going to get in trouble. At least you're not supposed to.
Yeah.
For being high yourself. If you're on heroin and your friend's dying, you can call the police and save your friend.
Yeah.
Apparently not the case with runaway cars.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Don't
How you
stop
get in
them.
trouble for trying to help the system.
exactly.
But
I
the
just find it
system
very
is
fair.
broken, so I don't know.
Yeah, North Carolina.
Well, citizen hero.
Now, before we go into an actual topic, so Liam works with me, and he said this thing once at work, and I loved it. I just found it very funny, and it's true. So I remember you said white people found it so weird to talk about when you go to the washroom and do number 2. How do you is it awkward to ask how do you clean yourself? You're standing or you're sitting? Why is it
I remember this clearly.
a weird topic to talk about? And it actually got me thinking, and I'm like, hell yes, I have to talk about it.
Yeah, I have some feelings about this. I believe, if I recall correctly, that the way I posed it to you was that I had no idea up until recently, before having this conversation, that there was a society or a part of society that wipes front, standing up. Like, let's not
Okay.
even bring direction into it. Front to back to front. We all know what is true in our hearts there. There's no debate on that. But
Okay.
there is a segment of society that wipes their ass standing full on up. Like, just standing up.
How does that? Like, I think your ass cheeks
Can
are way
we-
too close to each
Can
other.
we do a quick
for you to,
survey
like,
here?
wipe.
Like, you're a sitter wiper, right?
Yes.
We're all sitter. Good.
Yes.
I'd be very worried if anyone in this room, to learn if anyone in this room was wiping standing up. But it happens.
That's so
I
weird.
guess.
I've done it.
You've done it?
Okay,
Arturo's
the
done it.
music, the
Okay,
sound
thank you.
person.
I was worried that,
here.
like, okay, unless someone in this, I have to say, I'm a little relieved someone in this room has done it, because then I'd be afraid that viewers would think I'm just making this up. But I swear to you, there are people who wipe standing up as, like, a regular course of action. It's totally unacceptable. It doesn't make any sense. Sitting mechanically, it's optimal.
He's seeing
Gravity
like
is gonna kind of open up.
your
yeah.
ass cheeks.
Exactly, Arturo's nodding. He knows what I'm talking about, but yet he has done it standing up. Truly a mystery.
Why is that?
Curious.
He was just
Curious.
curious on
You
what
wanted
it
to
felt
see
to
that.
wipe your ass standing up, y'all.
I gotta say, after I learned, I tried. For
Of
sure.
course. Curiosity killed the
Man
cat.
to man.
Now
I
you're all
tried.
gonna go next time you go to the washroom. Try and comment below.
No, don't do
How
it.
about that?
Don't do it. Which camera am I looking at? Don't do it. It's a bad idea. If you're sitting, stick with sitting. You found the truth. If you're standing, God rest your soul.
I really want to get one of those things that, okay, this is like way too on topic, but anyways, I really want to get one of those things that like you can like wash your ass while you're in the toilet.
A bidet.
A bidet.
A bidet.
That's amazing. Okay, my Arab friend. Okay, I used to just when we got to talking about this because obviously it's so taboo that like you don't really talk about how you wipe
No one
your
wants
ass
to
or
talk
not.
about their butts.
Yeah. So I was
wrong
like,
with
oh
butts?
yeah, like well, like she was like, no, bro, like I don't wipe my ass. I like wash it with a bidet, and I'm like, what are you saying?
She exclusively washes it with the bidet. I feel like even if I had a bidet, I'd go in there with a wet wipe.
And it has like freaking like hot and cold and everything, and you can like set up the pressure. So, yo, like this is all like a science. And I was
found
like,
one
oh
on-
wow, like all I use is fucking toilet paper.
So you either want to save paper, so trees, or you want to
save water. I don't
Dude,
know.
it's not
your
even a
choice.
question. Save the trees. Save the trees. Get wet.
Okay.
Get wet
Get
and
wet.
wild down there.
Get wet.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, treat your
I
ass.
think it's more hygienic to.
Consider this. You see some poop on the floor, and you have no gloves, you have no protection, you have no way to go through that, okay? Or you have nothing but a little piece of toilet paper, okay? You wash your hands. You wash your hands. You don't just wipe it. Like, imagine you just pick up poop with your hands or some gross food at work. You throw it out. It's fine. Do you just wipe it off with some paper towel?
No.
It's not
No, you
good.
don't,
No.
because you know it doesn't do the job. Archer's nodding again.
There's the conclusion. So everybody should buy themselves a bidet, and we should all create this society that uses a bidet instead of standing or sitting down wiping your ass.
Treat your
kinda
tushy,
deal.
and don't be afraid to talk about your butt. Everyone's got one.
Yes.
I get that. I get that.
Everyone's making their next poop right now.
Okay, so the next topic we wanted to talk about doesn't have anything to do with this, but anyways.
Thank goodness.
Monica was also saying how Liam was commenting on women that really don't want to be moms in this era, I guess, or that prefer not to have kids or to have dogs instead, or to
I
have any
raised
kind
it.
of pet.
I raised it as a topic of
Yeah.
conversation.
So
for
we
sure.
wanted to discuss
I have no
that.
hard stances on it. Please, no one at me.
So
Do what
we
you
wanted
want.
to know his opinion, Monica's opinion, obviously my opinion, about like the no-mos, which mean no mothers for this era.
Because people at this table, we have very different opinions about this same topic. So
Let's go with Leanne, since you're the
We're
guest.
going to start with me. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I've never heard of the term "nomo." It is new to me. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really have an opinion on it. I guess my opinion is that it's not really like my opinion. I guess I'm being asked for it, so I'll share it. But my opinion of like if you were to ask me on the street would generally be, why are you asking me?
Yeah, like
You
go
know,
ask somebody.
I can't have a baby. So
I can't give birth.
it's like hypothetically, if I could have a baby, would I? Yeah, I mean, I probably would, but it's not my decision.
Okay.
I think the way we were talking about it at work, though, was I think in passing, like my culmination was it a stance or a moralistic kind of statement, or it wasn't prescriptive in any means, but it's like, man, I want kids. I'm out here. I know all my friends who are great, intelligent women with great careers ahead of them. They don't want to have kids. I'm all there for them. Go out there, get that bread. Do whatever you want to do in your life instead of spending so much time of your life worrying and spending money and your time on kids. I understand that. On the other hand, I need to have I can't have a kid alone. So point me in the direction of like the people who still do want to have kids.
Okay.
As well.
Fair. So okay.
Now having the kids, I don't mean like raising a kid. It's like I'll raise the kid. It's like
Okay.
we're talking about no one should have to give up their careers or their dreams. Everyone should be able to have a compromise.
Okay.
But also,
That's a good
please,
answer. It's a
girls,
very polite answer.
Girls
I
out
like
there,
that.
please just consider
He'll raise your kids.
still having a kid with me. I will raise it.
That's sweet. That's sweet.
I'll squeeze a little short career out first. Then we can talk.
And
about
then
the
you can
kid.
stay home.
And then I'll stay home.
Okay.
Exactly. I mean, like it seems so nice to me. I'll be domestic. Domesticate me right here. It's like,
Man, you don't find.
Jeez,
this
you
kind
don't
of man
find people
nowadays.
like
I'll wash
that
the
very
dishes,
often,
babes.
eh?
yeah.
Okay, so
Tell
let's
me.
go with Monica's opinion then.
Yes. Oh, shinks. I do want to have kids. I'm gonna say though, until I don't know, like 3 years ago, I did not want to have kids. But then I started babysitting back in Toronto, and I'm like, nope, I do want to have I want to know that love, that's for sure. But at the same time, I see I have these two paths, let's say like lifelines of how I want to see or how I see myself, let's say from now until 10 years, and they don't match. One of them is literally being married, having 3 kids, Sofia, Sebastian, and Santiago. Yes, I have that already.
There's no man in her life, but her kids are already named.
Yes.
Cassius
Okay.
is the
So,
name of my child.
I have that.
No, I'm way ahead of you on that one. I got it. I'm with you
But-
there.
You see, but the thing, I have that. Yes, I would love to have that. A nice house and a dog, a boxer, and all this. But at the same time, in 10 years, I just want to be focused 100% on my career. I have this, I'm hungry of it. I want to just, focus on it. I'm so excited. I can't wait until, I start doing what I want to do. So I don't see these two things connecting yet.
I mean, you could be a
So-
mom later on, though. You could be a mom until you're 40. That's
No,
not...
I don't want to be a no mom. That's the thing, though. I don't.
But you don't want to
be-
give up anything, basically.
No.
All
Yeah,
right.
my
still
mom.
figuring it out, I
My
guess.
mom was an old mom. Then again, she could not run, jump, or play. She mostly was lounging in the background.
You
Let me
see,
get
no,
around
I
that.
do.
So,
I
fair enough.
I definitely want to if I'm gonna be a mom, I don't want to be I'm 24, next year have 3 kids. No, but I don't want to reach 35 and not have not even 1 kid at least.
But that's
know what
also
I
a
mean?
stigma, though.
I'll try though. You never know, it could happen. That's for sure.
Yo,
I
I'm
would just
adopting
sharing.
if I hit 35. And I don't have.
Yes, that's an option for me too.
So, despite what I said earlier, ladies, do what you want. I'll just.
But
I'll
the
help a kid
thing
in need.
is, though, that's a stereotype also. I don't want to be an old mom. 35 isn't old.
No, I'm just saying that I don't want to
Preach.
I don't want to hit 35 and not.
It doesn't
be
matter,
pregnant
though.
at all.
There's people that, build their career, become CEO, become controller, become the boss at 31. And then when they're 35, they're like, okay, I'm ready to have kids. Because it doesn't matter how old you are. It matters how bad you want to have them. And, if you want to swap your life and be like, okay, I'm still going to be there for my kids and I'm going to stay active and be one of those moms that looks like they're 24. You can, but
Okay.
it's just having the best of both worlds, I guess. I don't
That's
know.
what I mean, though. I have these
think
two,
that takes a lot of
this
work.
vision.
Yeah.
But I cannot connect them yet. I might at some point. I might be exactly what you said. But what I'm saying is, I still, I can't see both things happening.
And I
yet.
also think that you have a lot of time to live your life. I feel like if I were 35 or 32 or 33 or something like that, that would be a good age for I think me to have a baby if I wanted to have kids, right? Because I'd be like, okay, what did I miss out on? Nothing. Like, I didn't have a kid when I was 20 or 24 or 25, or I didn't go out clubbing with my friends when I was 27, like, or whatever, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not taking care of kids when I'm like super young, so I can have like the phase of, okay, I want to burn all this phase with my friends, be reckless, like travel, like get my dreams to come true, blah, blah, blah. And then be like, okay, like now it's time to settle.
Well, I hope that happens to me. Like, I hope I could find that line when I'm 35 and I'm okay with, like, not being a mother yet.
Yeah.
Like, right now, I'm not okay with that. But because of it, because I still can't connect those two things.
The two, yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
In my, well, I'm totally, like, right now, as of today, I'm a no-mo. Like, I don't want to have kids, babies, any of that. I want to have pets.
That's what I was going to say. Is like, I feel like my fear is, like, I'll just get a dog, and then I'll find out, like, oh, shit, I didn't want to have kids at all.
Yeah.
I just needed a dog.
Because they're as needy as a baby is. So,
Baby
I don't know. I
die.
just, like, in my opinion, I think the whole no kids thing is me, because I don't think I have the patience, and I don't think I have the time also, and I don't, like, I've never pictured myself, like, you know how, like, I don't know, when you're a kid and you picture yourself like having a family dinner when you're old with your kids. I have never pictured that. I've always pictured myself with a partner and probably a dog, having a nice Christmas dinner, and be like, oh, like, what did you do today? And like, we've been traveling and all those things. Like, you know what I mean? Like, nothing that, but who knows? Like, maybe
I imagine precisely 18 of those family dinners, and then every year after that being what you described.
Yeah. So like, I don't know. For me, it's just
kick
like,
them out.
Yeah. For me, it's just like, I don't know, like, maybe in 5 years, I'm like, oh my God, like, I don't have anybody, because this is all my friends say when I tell them this. What are you gonna do when you're old? You're gonna be all alone. So fucking what? My parents are alone. Like,
We're all
I call
alone in the
them
end.
and stuff, but they still live alone. They're a couple, right? Like, we left their house and everything. Like, maybe if they get sick, we'll be there, and maybe on, like, I don't know, a nice family dinner, we'll be there. But like, their life is them being alone after a bunch of years of, like, I don't know, like a bunch of time spent in like 4 kids, because we were 4.
Yeah. You know, but there's also practical concerns. Like, what if I build a massive empire and I need someone to look after it after I die? That's
for sure
historically what kids are for.
Historically, yes. I mean, yeah, you could build
business.
something and be like, okay, I want to give it to my blood. But what if, like, I know somebody in the street, like Charlie in the Chocolate Factory, and be like, oh, I want to give my empire to this person.
Golden ticket out, you know. What Charlie is such a wild. It happened to go like to a child of pure heart. You know, this is a ridiculous system. Willy Wonka did not vet this kid at all. If Charlie fails the chocolate, he steals from Willy Wonka. I'll remind you. He commits theft and is ejected from the factory. Good day, sir.
Good day, sir. Well, yeah, I mean, I guess you have to be, I don't know, like...
Java Joe was, like, totally sick until he found out there was chocolate involved. All of a sudden he springs out of bed. These are a couple of hucksters, at best.
But yeah, I mean, I found an article, actually. I don't know if you have enough time.
Remember.
But I found an article on why because this is a thing. Like, before I read this article, I actually was, like, just reading the news, and it was a couple years ago, and I read in the news that 30% of American moms regret having kids.
Wow.
That is a huge number, y'all.
Yes.
30% of
say, like,
300 million people that live in the States.
Now, is that, like... Have you ever regretted having a kid? Because I think it's like 100%, right? Like, I feel like that's probably I feel like every parent probably has a moment or two.
I mean,
or like maybe even a year. Where there's like, this fucking sucks.
The survey was like to older people, though. Like, it was like to people that were already like settled, retired, and
like
everything.
Their kids are like off being adults.
And they were like, oh, did
human.
you ever, like, do you think that if you wouldn't have had any kids, your life would have been better? And like the 30% said,
okay.
I think...
Wow. That is such a different question than I thought you were saying. I thought you were saying that they were like asking them just like, hey, it's not even a child anymore. This guy's like 30. Do you think that he should exist?
Yeah, no.
Or do you regret making him this now complete human being exist in this universe?
Yeah, no, I mean, it's like, they were like,
better
obviously, in the survey, they were like, I mean, I love my children, like, they're my life and everything, but if I had the chance of doing it one more time, like of doing my life one more time,
No
I
kids.
wouldn't have the
No
kids.
mom. No more.
Wow.
Yeah.
Such a bad kid.
I mean,
Yeah.
it doesn't have to be bad kids. That's the thing. Like, your kids don't have to be bad. It's just that this is like a stigma that society has like built on you to be like, okay, this is what a family looks like. And it's not.
I feel like those people are also, though, talking from, like, you say they're old, they're retired, their kids have grown up. They got to do it. Like, they got that opportunity. They got to raise a family. They got all that. So, of course, they're going to be like, no, I got a round 2. Obviously, I'm going to try option B. I tried option A the first time.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
It's
that's
like,
different though. Yeah, okay.
it's like if I went through life and didn't have any kids and they were like, you want to restart life and this time try having kids, I'd be like, yeah, give it a shot.
Sure, I guess.
Okay, that's
I
Okay.
expected to have one.
Okay, now, in this article, this is from, let me quote, one sec. Today. And it's called, Why Aren't Millennials Having Kids? 8 Insights into Child-Free Life. So the first one is, many of the top reasons for skipping parenthood are especially true for millennials because the cost of living and having a baby don't match. And that's so fucking true. Like, baby boomers had the chance to, like, blossom in every way they could because it was another economy, but now we live in an economy that having a kid is extremely expensive and
And possibly irresponsible.
like exactly. Okay, so reason 2 is many child-free people want to focus on the relationships they already have. So, giving something up. I do recognize that I would be giving something up in terms of my ability to feel close with my partner and nurture the relationship because there would be somebody else to worry about. Which is a person, I guess.
Right.
And then the third one is, it's not a selfish choice. If we're going to put the label on the child-free, then it's a label that needs to be shared across a group of people who've made a choice about the life that they know is right for them. And then the fourth one is, many child-free people do love kids because a lot of, like, people that you say, oh, like, I don't want to have kids, then they automatically jump into the conclusion that you hate kids. Or you don't like babies, or you don't like spending time with teenagers, or anything like that. And it's not the case, bro.
It's not
No
that.
one, nah,
Like, it's
I
just,
hate
you
spending
just
time
don't
with
see yourself
teenagers.
doing it. That's it. And then the fifth one is, child-free people don't have regrets down the road, because that's what I was saying. Like, oh my God, you'll be alone, like, your entire life.
Yeah.
Like, blah, blah, blah. What's going to happen?
Who will care for you
Yeah.
in your old age?
If you're, like, sick or whatever, I'll die.
Who attends
That's
to
it.
the farm when you're gone? So it doesn't work that way anymore.
And if you do have a kid because of that, that's also not
Bad.
really. Yeah, that's also bad.
I'm sorry, unless you live on a farm. I should
yeah.
retract that statement. Anyone watching from a farm,
The sixth
my heart
one
goes out to you.
is,
You should have a kid, though.
child-free
Think
people
forward.
are fulfilled and happy because they think that when couples don't want to have babies, they're sad and their life doesn't have a purpose just because they don't have kids, which is stupid.
Yeah, that's too.
Who will care for you when you're older? This is like another reason we were talking about. And a child-free household is also a family, which is also true because, like, I don't know, I think a family is just being, like, caring for each other, right? Like, you don't have to have 17 kids sitting on a table and be like, oh yeah, this is a family. No, it could just be us two, maybe a dog, maybe a plant, maybe a cat, maybe, I don't know,
This
a couple
plant is my
dogs.
sister.
Yeah, like, I don't know, like, I think it's okay. Like, I think we should leave
What is
people
the
the fuck
definition
alone.
of family? Can someone... If this was
Okay, let me look this up.
Jamie, pull this up.
Imagine if they're like, a
Like, what is
family
the
is
definition of a
people who have
family?
kids.
Because, like, I agree. You shouldn't go judging people who don't have kids and say they're less of a familial unit and
Yeah,
they should
no.
be, like, treated as different. But it's like, is the definition of a family? Like,
Oh, okay.
Like some sort of parental figure and some sort of youth, like,
It is?
offspring? It is. Yeah, I thought so.
Oh my god.
Okay.
All the
There we go.
descendants of a common ancestor. All right.
Yeah.
So what if my dog's my descendant?
Well, then you are not a human being and you're the
Honestly-
smartest dog I've ever met.
I think it depends
You
on like people.
look very rude to be a dog.
Yeah, you look very human.
I just think it depends of like people experience. You know, like For me, like my parents got divorced, and I'm glad I'm saying this in English because none of them understand what I'm saying. My mom kind of. So,
Okay.
You know,
Don't worry, no one
they
speaks
got
English.
they divorced when I was like 17 or when I was almost 17. So you know, I was very very used to this family and my dog. Like it was not perfect because nothing's perfect, but you know, like once that
was
happened,
common.
yeah, exactly. But once that happened, it's like I feel like literally my dad like divorced not only my mom but like
You
like
too.
all of us, yeah, and like his family too. Like we weren't as close as we used to be. I grew up with with my dad's side because my moms are not really Venezuelans, they're also from a different country, so they were like everywhere. So I grew up with them, and I just felt like my family, like literally, especially my last 2 years in Venezuela, it became my friends. Like I will be home alone because my brother was here, and my mom will be traveling all the time because of work, and I will literally just be at my friend's house, and their parents will like take care of me, and same, like we were always there for each other. So to me, like there was at some point, not anymore, but at some point, I will literally put friends first before family, because that will be the family that I choose. Like I didn't
There's
choose to be
also
born
that. Like there is
this
so
family.
many. Y'all, there is one insight that I want to share with all of you, and if this becomes viral, I want this to become like a clip. Toxic relationships are not fixable with children. If you have a toxic and bad relationship, you're not gonna fix it just because of bringing a baby into the world. You're gonna make it so much
Yes.
worse.
What did you do
for
to fix
you,
it?
for
I
the
raised-
baby,
I
for the
raised
dad?
the stakes.
Yeah,
No, don't do that. I'm doubling down.
yeah.
There's another life on the line now.
Yeah, exactly.
That happens,
Why
you
would
know?
do that?
That's the
No,
thing.
that
Like I've
totally
heard so
happens.
many people saying like, "Oh, like I'm having trouble in my marriage, blah blah blah." Oh, maybe it's time to have a baby.
Mix it up
Are
with
you
some
fucked?
lifelong
Like no.
responsibility.
Maybe it's time you get a divorce.
Yeah,
Things
you'll be
grow
happier
stale in
that
the
way.
bedroom. Mix things up with 18 years of bitter
Of-
resentment.
Yeah, of children crying and like having to go to a soccer practice when you don't want to go to a soccer practice.
Yes.
Oh my god. I just know.
You'll be happier.
Getting back to what you said though
Yeah.
about your friends becoming your family and whatnot, I totally know what you mean.
Mm-hmm.
My parents went through a divorce as well when I was young, but
Oh, all of our parents are divorced.
yeah.
Nice.
Welcome to being a millennial.
Literally.
Welcome to being a millennial.
What was I? Oh yeah, in English there's an idiom. I don't know if you're familiar with it. Blood is thicker than water. Have you heard this?
Yeah.
That's actually a misquote. The full quote is the blood of the covenant is thicker than the water of the womb. It doesn't actually mean like choose family over friends. It literally means the opposite. It means the people that you choose to make covenants with, to form bonds with. That is stronger than just happening to pop out of someone.
Yeah, yeah.
That's true.
No, I
man.
agree.
I
Like I don't think that
100%.
way anymore. Like of course, like I was able to like build like new relationship with like all of my family, mom, dad side, but like I'm talking about like 5-6 years ago.
course.
But which is like back to like
And
what
also
just, like,
because you
family
were going
means.
through something. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
It's like I get along with all my family now.
I didn't really
But I think
like
it's an interesting
notice
quote.
when my parents like obviously I remember, but I was so little when my parents got a divorce. I probably remember like a couple scenes of my dad being at home, but like my entire life went around like seeing my dad on the weekends and like my dad taking us out, and it was like because my mama got the routine right, and sometimes she took
Yeah,
us out
yeah.
during the week, but then like time with dad was amazing until I grew up and I was like, time with dad wasn't amazing. It was a fucking weekend. What was he going to
Yeah.
do with us? Like, you know what I mean?
I was, like, gonna
So
go to
like,
work.
Millennials life, honestly.
yeah.
But we
Oh
have
yeah,
to
we're
kind of
already
wrap up.
wrap up.
Oh, recommendations?
Yes.
I didn't rate anything chill or not.
Okay, was
Kids.
this conversation chill or
Kids,
not?
chill. This conversation, definitely chill. Ice cold.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
I said it was
good.
cooler than being cool.
Okay.
Ice cold. Yeah, no, I'll go last with my reco.
right.
Don't put me on the spot like this.
Okay, I want to recommend a book that is called How to Be a Badass, I believe is the name. I read it a bunch of time ago, but anyways, I recommended it in the Spanish one that I didn't do with Monica, so I wanted to recommend to people who speak English to read the book, especially if you are like struggling with kind of like your self-esteem and like positiveness in your life and like you're going through something. This is an amazing book. It's by Sincero. We're gonna put the image here, and it actually gets you to like a way different kind of thinking, like a way different kind of thing of like of looking at the world, viewing whatever happens to you, because she always like emphasizes that whatever happens to you that is bad is actually so good because you've learned so much from the bad things.
That.
Yeah.
I'm going to read that 100%.
Yeah.
Everyone's
It's very
like,
good.
I am a superhero.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with a TV show. It's called Carnival Row. It's on Amazon Prime. I wanted to watch it because like Cara Delevingne is like my crush. Like I just freaking love her.
You like her eyebrows?
Oh my, yes, everything about that girl, honestly. And honestly, that was my main thing.
Questionable.
But I watched a few interviews. I
Questionable.
watched a few interviews before I started watching the show, and the way she described it, I couldn't like match it with how like the trailers look, because it's about like these butterflies, and like it kind of literally it makes me think about Harry Potter, like so British
trailer?
and so different. Yeah, exactly. But now that I'm like on like the 5th episode, it makes sense what she says, and it's really interesting because it takes you away from reality. 100%, it's very fiction, but it does talks about like all these like topics like democracy and racist, like all these like today's controversial topics, let's say. So it's like you can really relate it to it, but at the same time it takes you away from reality. So it's really
kind of
cool.
like Gothic, right? Like it's in like Victorian London or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
It's cool.
Awesome. Oh, my recommendation. Oh no, Ross and Carey is a podcast. That's how you spell it. It has an exclamation mark in the middle. Oh no, Ross and Carey. Which is what people say when they see Ross and Carey coming. Ross and Carey is a podcast that I've been quite fond of for some time. They show up so you don't have to. They will go and join Scientology or get immersed in various cults or strange organizations and then just report what it's like.
Oh, I think
That's
I've
so
heard
cool.
of that.
Yeah, and so if you're in a Scientology commune or church or temple and you see the Ross and Carey coming, you better say, oh no.
Okay.
Because they're going to make
amazing.
a fool of you.
That's really cool.
But
Never hear of
yeah.
it.
Oh no, Ross and Carey. It's available wherever you get your podcasts.
What do you think?
Okay, good. All right,
All
this was all of the episode 2. We hope you liked it. If you liked it, comment, subscribe, share, get some more views in this bitch because we need it.
Algo, chill or not?
And this was Algo, Chill or Not, episode 2. Thank you so much for watching.
Yay!
Yay!